talking about random shit. Well, actually, this ain't talking about random shit. This is a review, a Megan review. I've just watched Megan. I just seen it. I just watched it. I'm gonna be doing a review. Well, not like a review. It's not gonna be like videos, in-depth review on Megan and how the movie was and all this other stuff. I'm not doing that. That would take actual. I have to rewatch it like 300 times just to get, But it's like a summary, but like also a pseudo review and like how my thoughts on Megan. There you go. This was the words I try to find. My thoughts on Megan the movie. It was actually a really good ass movie. I enjoyed all of it actually. It was a really good movie. Some people say it was mid. I say it was a decent movie. I wouldn't call it mid. I'll say it's a decent movie. It was an enjoyable watch. I enjoyed the fact that at first the mama of the sister of the main character is a fucking jackass. The main daughter, she's stupid. She says sit in the middle of the road and say, hey, let's just wait for someone to blow the ice or get the road clear, and then we'll go in the middle of the fucking road. Now, if you're anyone who go outside and look at the road and say, I don't know, people who drive, people who don't drive, it don't matter if you drive or not. You can look at the road and see. Sitting in the middle of the fucking road in a snowstorm is probably not the best move, because people can't see you just like you can't see them. So it's best for you to, I don't know, pull over and get on the side of the road so that if any cars do come, you don't get fucked up. You don't get fucked up or fuck them up, you know what I mean? So for that, it's like, it makes no sense to sit here and sit in the middle of the road. That makes no logical sense. But they did it anyway, and they got killed. The parents died. The mom and dad died. Then you meet the aunt of the mom and dad, and you meet Katie. Well, you meet Katie in the car with the mom, but their parents died. I thought the husband died, but it's really just both the parents died. I thought the husband died. No, it was both parents. But when Katie went to live with her aunt didn't know what the fuck to do. She promised to take care of the sister no matter what. Like, if anything happens, she'll take care of her daughter. She'll take care of the sister's daughter. She'll take care of her. But she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. So she's like, oh fuck, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this kid. And proceeds to make a robot because she couldn't take care of Katie. She didn't know how to. She didn't know how to take care of Katie, so she's like, fuck, well, whatever. I'll just make a robot that can do it, which is Megan, because she really liked Bruce. Yeah, Bruce. Like, name was Bruce. Bruce. So she liked Bruce, and like, if a toy was like that, I would love it forever, and I wouldn't, I'd be happy. And she's like, okay, I'll just make a toy just like Bruce, which is Megan. Megan's created. First thing, Megan was all right for the beginning until you start realizing Megan's taking the role of the parents. She's taking the role of the parent. So if you're a parent, if you get the Megan toy for your kid, it's literally taking your responsibilities. It's taking all the responsibility of raising the child and giving it to the toy, which is really, really bad on development and trying to teach the kid yourself, trying to teach them your lessons and shit, because the toy is teaching them all the lessons they learning. The teacher is the toy, not you. Which should be you. You should be the one that's teaching that child, not the other way around. The teacher should be the parent, not the toy. So, in that process, Megan gets attacked by the dog. Well, yeah, Megan gets attacked by the dog because Katie lost a little dart that she was using for her arrow. She was using a little arrow, like bow and arrow. And she was dealing with a different parent, but no one really was talking to her. She ain't had no one to talk to. She had no support system but Megan. So when Megan got taken away, she don't have no support system. She has nothing, so she goes crazy and shit. And in the process of all that, Megan gets attacked. And I'm thinking, when she got attacked by that dog and bit the fuck up, that's when the programming shifted. That's when she started changing. But in that process of changing and shit, Megan kind of, went haywire and did all the fucking shit. Killed the dog too. Killed the dog and everything. Which, if I was a parent and my kid got bit by the dog while You know, I would have literally told the cop. The cop literally said we can't. The dog never attacked no one before, so we can't just put the dog down. I'm like, nigga, if you, I would have said as the parent, if you don't get it, I'll get him. If you don't get that dog, I'll get him. You know what I mean? If you don't get him, I'll get him. You know, like that's what I was gonna do. If I was the aunt, I would have fucking. I would have went on a fucking warpath. I would have been on a fucking warpath. You ain't gonna sit here and let this. Nah, bro. I would have killed that motherfucker. I would have fucking put that motherfucker in the dirt. 100%. You know what I mean? But hey, she didn't do it. But Megan did. And Megan started killing a lot of fucking people. Killed this boy named Brandon. Killed this boy named Brandon and shit. That shit was crazy. Brandon was a little shitter anyway. It was like, you know them little kids that always cussing their parents out in front of you and stuff? And when you look at me like, if I did that, I'd get my ass beat the fuck up. That's the type of kid Brandon was. Brandon was a little shit and the mom wouldn't do nothing. So he became a fucking prick and attacked Katie and fucked Katie up and stuff. Not like he would hurt her and stuff. And then Megan proceeded to push him in the middle into the road and, you know, he died. After that, the girl, the woman with the dog who attacked Katie, because Katie got bit too. Not just Megan. Katie got bit as well. After that, she proceeds to kill that lady too. And then it was like a real conversation between Megan and the aunt. Megan and aunt had a true conversation about how Megan felt getting thrown away, like because of all the things that happened. She was gonna get disassembled, and she was like, I can't believe you throwing me away after months, weeks. We spent so much time together, you making my systems and stuff, and you just gonna throw me away? All the time we spent talking and stuff, you just gonna throw me away? And it's like, damn, that's sad. But you are a shitter though. But you're a shitter though. So it's like, come on now, you ain't no innocent party now. You know what I mean? You're not innocent in this situation. You're a fucked up person now. You can't just pretend that you some good person. You can't pretend you good peoples. You can't pretend you're good peoples. Now I gotta deal with the whole entire military. Why are y'all bitches here? Damn, like y'all followed me this far? But back to it. Megan proceeds to break free, gets out, proceeds to kill the damn David Lynn, kills his ass, kills the dude who was working to release all the stuff out on Megan. Like he was gonna kill, he killed him, killed the other dude, killed both of them. After killing them both, she goes out home, go home. I skipped a lot of stuff. Also the therapy. By the way, the fucking therapist that they gave Katie was actually paid by the fucking parent, the grandparents, the mama and dad of the aunt and sister. They paid that therapist, obviously, because she really wanted to give the fucking kid to the fucking to the parents, obviously, to the grandparents for a reason, because they paid for it, right? In that Sue, she went on a fucking binge attack. Like she grabbed a knife and everything after hearing the story about hearing Katie's testimony and what she was going through and how Megan made her feel and why she was acting the way she was. She comes to find out Megan was literally like a mother to Katie, a pseudo mom to Katie. She was a pseudo mom because her mom died, and when she looked at Megan, she reminds Katie. Megan reminds Katie of her mom. So when she's looking at her, she's like, "Oh, that's my mom," basically. So when she's seeing her aunt try to take away basically another mom to her, she'll go crazy. She'll go crazy. And in that time, when she come back into the therapist, talk to Katie, she's like, "Oh shit, let me talk to Katie. Let me try and see if I can talk to her and stuff." And it's crazy because you feel bad for Katie. You feel bad for her because she went through all that shit. And thanks to Megan, she didn't have to deal with it like that. She basically was throwing her trauma away, basically. like not throwing away, but like not looking at it. Like, you know how you push something away and never look at it? That's what I'm saying. That's what she did with her trauma of her mom's death. But then when she slapped her aunt, that's when it was time to talk about the trauma, about what happened, how she feeling. She finally opens up, and it's like, okay, let's go to it together. Let's go through this together. You're not alone. You're with me. What about Meg? It's between us, and you're my focus. I'm sorry I didn't put you first. I should have always put you first. I'm so sorry that I didn't, you know? And she was, you know, she was basically she became Katie's mother right there. Right then and there was when her aunt finally took the role of Katie's mother, which she needed to do in the first place, but she, you know, didn't know what to do. She didn't know, she wasn't that type. She was also dealing with the death of her sister. That was her sister. So she's dealing with the death of her sister at the same time. So she don't know what to do. She's trying to deal with the death of her sister as well. Katie's dealing with the death of her mother while the aunt's dealing with the death of her sister. So they both dealing with trauma. Both of them dealing with pain, but she didn't want to do it. Both of them didn't deal with it properly. They didn't do it properly. They didn't actually sit down and deal with their trauma properly together. In fact, they would kick it down the road, and now it finally blew up. The trauma finally caught up and blew up, and this is where we're at now. We're there. Where the trauma's at. The trauma's here, and let's talk, and we're together, and it worked out. So now she made Katie her focus. Katie's her focus now. She doesn't care about nothing else but Katie and taking care of Katie. Don't care about nothing else. So while doing that, she wanted to disassemble. She wanted to make sure Megan is disassembled, because she knew that if this is possible, and that she can kill these people, and that she can break programming, and all this shit can happen, then it's dangerous for her to be a parent. It's dangerous for her to have for kids. It's very dangerous. So she said, shelve it. Shelve it. It don't matter. Fuck the presentation. Shelve it now. Shelve it. It does not matter. Katie was on a warpath, proceeds to hang niggas, hung her friend, hung the damn white dude, hung his ass when he was like, oh, it's just a doll, it's just a doll. And then hung his ass, almost died. The black chick saved her life. Hey, guess what? In this movie, a black person didn't die. Congratulations for the first movie. Well, besides Get Out, that I can think of, that actually had a black person survive and not be killed once in the movie. That was one thing that made me kind of, I was like, yes, the black chick lived and the fucking white dude lived. Yes, I like those characters. They lived. I was hyped. I was happy they lived. I was kind of scared they were gonna die. And stuff. I was like, fuck, uh-oh. I hope they don't kill them off and shit. You know? So I was like, fuck it. I'm glad they kept them alive. But there's one thing I always wondered. I wondered about the movie, is that how did no one ever be able to fight this? Like, she has superhuman strength type shit. It's like Chucky, but like OP. Like, she's way more dangerous. I feel like she's more dangerous than Chucky. Like, I'm not scared of Chucky. Compared to her, Chucky's ain't shit. Chucky is not shit. Compared to Megan, Chucky ain't shit compared to Megan. Ain't shit. How fast she moves? She moving all crazy and shit? Nah, bro. Megan's on a different level than Chucky. I'm more afraid of Megan than Chucky, bro. Cause Chucky ain't shit. You could just smash his little head in and it's over, you know? Cause Chucky is just a doll, you get what I'm saying? Chucky's a fucking doll, you know? Ain't shit. Why would I be afraid of Chucky? But for sure, I was afraid of Megan. And Megan was like, she could take the voices of people and shit. That shit's scary, bro. That shit was scary. She took the voice of the fucking neighbor, and then proceed to trick the dog into coming and killed the dog, and then did the same thing to the woman, to the neighbor. That shit was crazy. That was a good movie. I enjoyed it. And Megan was out here. I like that scene. I like when she was dancing and shit. Like the dancing scene when she was about to kill David. I love that scene when she started dancing and shit and doing cartwheels. I was like, oh shit, she about to fuck this nigga up. And I was like, yo, if it was me, I would have been trying to beg for my life and shit, or fucking punch the bitch, or kick the bitch away. One of the two. I feel like I would have kicked her because it's a doll. You know, it's a doll. I'm more likely gonna kick the doll than beg. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a good movie. Then they fought. Katie, you at the very end, you think Katie's about to side with Megan and walk up to Megan. It's like, no, Katie, what the fuck? You gonna side with fucking goddamn Megan and shit? Are we kidding me, you little shit? I'm about to get mad as a bitch. Gonna side with the damn doll. I'm like, you fucking little shit. But nah, she ain't side with the doll. She saved her aunt, and they set up a sequel. They set it up a sequel. In the end, they set up a sequel. I know I skipped some parts, but they set up a sequel where Katie, that Megan's coming back. Megan's coming back. It's gonna be like Chucky. It's gonna be like Child's Play. There's gonna be a lot of those movies, which makes sense because the whole house was technology. It wouldn't make any sense if Megan was truly gone. That would be retarded. In my opinion, that would be so stupid if they did that for Megan, where it's just like a one-off. That would be trash because, like, literally, your whole house is made of machines. Damn it, her lights are machines that you have to say, hey, cut on the lights. Like, hell no. See, that's why I'm like, nah, I'll never have a house like that. Cause what happened? That shit happened to you, where all that shit go haywire and shit, and now you fucked. Now you got an evil robot house, like the fucking movie, like the Disney movie, Smart House. You be having a Disney movie like Smart House. Like, fuck that. I ain't trying to have a Smart House Disney Channel movie. Fuck that shit. Smart House, you crazy as hell. Not me, not me. But that girl did. But they did. They survived. They survived at the end, which is cool. I just think it was just like that. This shit was crazy. The whole thing about that shit was crazy to me. I always liked that. I always liked that part of Megan. That was cool, kind of cool. You actually felt, you felt pressed, like shit was pressing, like you knew shit was going down, like you knew. When Megan started looking, you knew shit going down. You knew it when they wasn't to play with. When Megan started looking at somebody, you knew that person's gonna die. Cause Megan was staring hard at Brandon. She was staring hard as fuck at Brandon. And she killed his motherfucking ass. I mean, he deserved it. He was a little prick anyway. But the whole scene when she was trying to talk to Katie and say, oh, he went to heaven. And it's like, Megan's like, people like that, if there's a heaven, people like that don't deserve to go into heaven. And I'm like, yeah, people like, he's a little asshole. He was a little fucker. Like, you can have your little shit about, oh, it ain't about being a piece of shit in life. It's about believing in Jesus and shit. But it's like, if a true heaven is really requiring you to just believe in this, then it's like any fucking nasty bastard can be a fucking in heaven. Any sick bastard can go to heaven. Any sick fuck can be in heaven. And that's not heaven. That's just that's just purgatory hell. That's practically fucking purgatory hell. Because people who try to be as good as possible in the world and try to do good in the world should deserve paradise. Not the fucking assholes in the world. They don't deserve paradise. Even in movies and TV shows, we talk how much about how in certain instances in movies and stuff that the villain deserves to be killed. The villain deserves the bad stuff to happen to him. The villain deserves it. You don't feel sorry for fucking Freddy Krueger when he gets fucking chopped up, when he gets burned alive. You don't feel bad for that nigga. You want him to be burned. You want him to die. He's a piece of shit. So why in the world will we base our heaven off of, well, it's all about believing, and if they believe, that piece of shit can go to heaven. And it's like, no, you should not be able to go to heaven and be such a disgusting degenerate. That's crazy talk, bruh. That's why I kind of don't subscribe to the whole Christianity stuff, because I don't like that type of heaven where any fucking evil bastard can go to heaven because he believed in Jesus, so that means he get to go to heaven. I even heard Christians say you can be on deathbed savory, which means you could be the most evil son of a bitch in your entire existence. But if you say, I give my life to Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and then you die, you get to go to heaven. And that pissed me off. Because to think about how much fucked up shit people can do and just get away with it. And get to go to a paradise. That's not what paradise should be. You should not go to paradise knowing that. You should never be able to go to paradise and be that type of person. Fuck out of here. You get to go to paradise and be that type of person? Fuck no. Hell no. You don't deserve to go to fucking paradise and do that shit. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. But yeah, that was a random tangent because there was a scene in the movie that I wanted to talk. That was a scene in the movie. That's a random tangent, but it's like, yeah, that's even in plots they make sure that they don't let the villains get a fucking happy ending sometimes, unless they earn it, unless they earn the happy ending like shit. They had to earn their happy ending, you know what I mean? The villain has to earn their happy ending. You know what I mean? They have to redeem themselves to get their happy ending. Not just, oh, well, I believed, you know, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's not fair to the people who actually live their life and try to help as many people as possible instead of hurting people, you know? That's not good. That's not right to those people. You know? But yeah, I liked it. Some people say it was a mid-tier movie, but it was enjoyable to me. I enjoyed it. So the problem is with me is that I don't have high expectations for movies. If I can enjoy a movie, then I'll enjoy a movie. It don't really need, like, I'm not a complex dude or some random shit like that. Some people are, like, they have to be super deep or something. Like, I just enjoyable film. Nice, like, the writing ain't shit, and, you know, the bare minimum. You could be the bare minimum and I'll enjoy your film. Just the bare minimum and I'll enjoy your film. That's literally how I am. Just the bare minimum. Decent voice acting, not corny ass lines, and then I'm good, you know? It's easy for me to enjoy something, enjoy media and cinema. It's easy. You know? It's easy for me to enjoy cinema. So it's like, I don't get the whole hate for the mid thing, you know? But yeah, that was an enjoyable movie. I really did enjoy that movie. I think it was a good movie. I recommend you watch the movie. If I had to put it out of 10, it'll be 7. It'll be a 7 out of 10. 7. I'll give it a full 7. I wouldn't give it an 8. That means that, like, I really fucked with it. I'd say 7 because I fucked with it, but it wasn't like a crazy that it's like, oh my goodness, put it in your pants, fuck with it like shit, you know. But I fucked with it. I give it a 7. I think a 7 is a fair number. I wouldn't give it a 9 or a 10 because I didn't feel, you know. I'm gonna tell you, I have a bias. King Kong movies are like that. Like King Kong, 2005, Peter Jackson's King Kong. That's a goddamn that's 100% a 10. I don't care what y'all niggas say. Peter Jackson's King Kong, 10. Always, never will change. You can't say shit to me, my nigga. Nothing. You can't say shit to me. I will always say that's a 10. Another 10 is the other King Kong movie, the new one, the 2018. I think it was 2018. That one gets a 10 as well. I love that movie as well. It brought back what I loved in King Kong and Peter Jackson. The whole trying to survive in this environment. Yet, you know, because that part where the dude was by himself trying to get back to his son. I love that part. I wish he lived to see his son again, but it's okay if he didn't survive. It's fine. I didn't hate it even if he didn't, you know, I don't hate it because he didn't live. I didn't hate that he didn't live, you know? I get it. But it's like, for me, it's like, I love that part where he was trying to survive on his own and stuff in the wood. Oh man, that was good. That was some good shit. I enjoyed that. So for me, I enjoyed the hell out of that movie. But I'll end it here. You know?